by Mars back with another video. We are here today to talk about the new hire as defensive coordinator for the Green Bay Packers. The Green Bay Packers officially hired Jonathan Gannon, former Arizona head coach. He also coached for Louisville from 2003 to 2005 as a student assistant. Then he did 1 year as a grad assistant. Then he went to the Atlanta Falcons as a defensive quality coach, control coach in 2007. 2012 to 2013, Tennessee Titans, same thing, defensive quality coach. And then Minnesota Vikings from 2014 to 2017 as an assistant defensive back coach. So he does have a defensive background as far as defensive coordinator, defensive back coach, defensive quality control coach. So I'm not mad at the decision, but this just was not my top pick on the list as one of our candidates. But let me finish going down his history. He was with the Indianapolis Colts from 2018 to 2020 as a defensive back coach. Then he went to Philadelphia 2021 and 2022 as a defensive coordinator, which they went to the Super Bowl that year and played the Chiefs, but they did not win. So he was a part of one of the Philadelphia Eagles Super Bowl team. Then after that, he got the head coaching job for Arizona from 2023 to 2025, which didn't work out. So then now he is officially Green Bay Packers defensive coordinator. Like I said, it wasn't my top choice. We had so many other options. We could have went Al Harris. We could have waited until after the game today to interview defensive, I think pass coach or something for Denver, Jim Leonard. You had Raheem Morris out there. You had so many other options that you probably could have chose from, because as a head coach for the Arizona Cardinals, he didn't do that great as a head coach. And that was the reason he was fired. And I don't think that he will get another head coaching job even after this, to be honest with you. But as far as, he wasn't calling the plays when he was a head coach, granted. But the only thing that we can really go from is Philadelphia Eagles making the Super Bowl the year when he was a defensive coordinator. The schemes that he liked to run, he likes to run a hybrid. So he'll either do a 3-4, 4-3. He likes to run three safeties. I really would like to see what that would look like without defensive backs, a three safety coverage. Like, I don't know, that might work out. Like, that right there intrigues me a little bit, because we normally don't run three safeties. Is either one or two. Like, we never really run three. He doesn't do a ton of blitz. And so basically he just rely on the front line to put pressure on the quarterback to disrupt the play. And not to say that he don't run blitzes at all. He just don't run them as much as probably other defensive coordinators or other coaches do. So, and he runs probably a little bit of man, a little bit of zone. But my biggest focus and biggest issue as far as us on defense is figuring out if we are going to run the zone, we need to find the right coverages to run the zone. Because wide open across the middle in our coverages is nobody there, and it's wide open all the time. So I really would like to see us play some real tough-nosed man defense as far as with the corners and stuff like that. But the only good thing is he was a defensive back coach. So maybe he can get out there and get them in shape and ready to play, learning the coverages, learning what to do, because last year our defensive backs looked terrible as far as the backs. The safety position I really wasn't too worried about. Evan Williams and McKinney, they really did what they needed to do. The issue was the cornerbacks. Just blown coverages, giving up too many yards, just not covering their receivers in the zone spots that they needed to be in. So if we can address that issue right there, I think we'll be okay. But we just got to wait and see. Like I said, the only thing that we really can go off of, because we can't go off of when he was a head coach. The record when he was a head coach was absolutely terrible. For the Arizona Cardinals, 2023, he was 4-13. 2023. 2024, he was 8-9. 2025, he was 3-14. A total of 15-36 record within the last 3 years. He hasn't made the playoffs in the last 3 years. That's why I'm saying, like, yo, this wasn't my ideal choice as far as for a defensive coordinator. I felt like we could have went way better options than that. I would have loved to give Al Harris a chance, a shot. Granted, he might not have a ton of experience as far as being a defensive coordinator, but if you see what he did with the Bears defensive background, they had 23 interceptions this year. 30-something takeaways on defense. 23 of them was interceptions. Jim Leonard, look at how the Denver Broncos defense played this year and last year. Phenomenal. Like, and I'm not knocking Jonathan Gannon. Me personally, I just don't feel like this was the top option for us. And I don't care. I know reports came out that other teams had their eye on him, the Giants and like 2 other teams. So what? If he goes somewhere else, let him go somewhere else. We still got other options that we can choose from. Maybe Raheem Morris is holding out because he still wants to be a head coach. I don't know the situation there. Jim Leonard, that's all we had to do was wait until after this game. We just could not interview him until after the game. So I wonder why we didn't wait for that. Maybe it was a rumor. Maybe maybe they never had plans to interview. I don't know, but that was the rumor that came out that they couldn't interview him until after the game today. The Denver Broncos defensive passing coordinator. But I don't know, man. Like I said, I hope it works out for us. I really do. But as far as looking at his track record, as far as a head coach, even though he's not going to be the head coach of the team, but if we just basing it off of his defensive background, his defensive coordinator background, the Philadelphia Eagles is the one that stand out the most to me because they made it to the Super Bowl and they lost, but they only lost by a couple of points. They only lost by like 3 points. So, we can look up in that regards. We can look up in that regards and have some type of hope for our defense. And hopefully that he can really go out there and coach a good ball game, week in and week out, get our players in the shape, ready to play, just ready to make plays, ready to play great coverage. Like whatever you got to do, bro, to make our team a lot more aggressive on the back end, do what you got to do. But congratulations to Jonathan Gannon, though. Congratulations to him. And I'm not just going to shit on him. Like I said, he just wasn't my top choice. Basing on, like, if I'm going off of what I've seen the last couple years for him, it's just not like, okay, wow, yo, we got him. Oh, we going to win. I'm just, nah. I don't feel that way. But, hey, we just going to have to wait and see. Now, the next issue is, what are we doing as far as offensive coordinator? Are we addressing that issue right there? Because Adam Stefanski, if you can't call the plays, bro, we don't need you there. So are we addressing the offensive coordinator position too? Or we just going to let him rock out and keep letting Matt LaFleur call the plays? We got to figure out something there. Because if Matt LaFleur can't call a whole entire aggressive game, a full game. I'm not talking about first half, second half. No, I'm talking about a full game, aggressiveness. Then he don't need to call the plays, and we need to get rid of the offensive coordinator and find one that can call plays. Plain and simple. But congratulations to Jonathan Gannon, man. We will see what he does. Hopefully he can come in there and turn that DB room around. Hopefully he can. But we'll wait. We just got to wait and see, man. But it's branded by Mars. Make our recognized success, man. And I'll see y'all on the next one.